Hollywood has been facing some major problems over the past few years, and 2022 was no exception. People didn't show up to watch movies, their profits were down, and it's reported that the industry lost more than $500 billion in market value in 2022. But things are only getting worse for them because now we know theater audiences shrank by half in only the past 4 years, raising a lot of questions about the future of theaters. I have a bunch of different things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and to the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month, or support the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. So, I wanted to start off with this IndieWire article. It says theater audiences shrank by half in the last 4 years. Can movies get them back? And I have talked about, movies and the entertainment industry a lot on the channel, and I don't want to say that they can't get those people back, but they would have to drastically change everything from models and prices to also content releasing. It says, Avatar: The Way of Water was a magnificent way to end the year and to begin a new one. Since its December 18th release, it's grossed $465 million in the US and Canada. It could overtake Top Gun: Maverick as the top 2022 domestic release, which grossed $719 million. It's certain to become the biggest worldwide grosser since COVID began disseminating the theater business nearly 3 years ago. But The Way of Water doesn't change the current reality any more than Maverick did, which is this. In the last 4 years, theatrical attendance has declined by about 50%, which of course is a massive amount. Imagine theaters being half filled. Imagine half the people in lines for giant movies. The theater numbers have halved, and while that obviously sounds giant because it is giant, there is still a little bit of hope there. As a consumer, I love movies, I love consuming good content, but unfortunately, there just really hasn't been a lot that's been good over the past couple of years. We've gotten the occasional Afterlife, Spider-Man No Way Home, Maverick, but there has been many more flops than there have been those films. And if companies can kind of change their direction, I think that they could get those numbers up a little bit, but I don't think that they'll ever be what they were. It says box office for 2022 ended a little under $7.4 billion domestic with $26 billion worldwide. That fell far short of the year's weakest projections. A consensus first started in December 2021 by a financial analyst, and it was widely repeated in the media: $9.2 billion domestic and $33.2 billion worldwide. So as you can see, they didn't even hit those projected numbers. But obviously, a big part of this was the pandemic. Theaters were closed, and when they finally reopened, there weren't a lot of movies releasing, and people didn't want to sit in crowded rooms for hours for the occasional good film. Then ticket prices went up in a lot of places because theaters were desperate to make more money, and now this is happening. But it's not only because of the many things that I just listed off, but also content. Narratives are the priority to companies and Hollywood now, and storytelling has been put on the back burner, which is a major issue. People don't want to be preached at, we want to be entertained, and that really isn't their goal anymore, it seems, because people that are kind of giving up on movies for now and are kind of tuning out of the box office are going to other industries, because other industries in entertainment are booming compared to films. As you can see, let's bring up just this first article. The gaming industry is tipped to maintain its recent rapid growth and could be worth $321 billion by 2026. And of course, this is just an estimate, but looking at how much the industry has gone up over the past few years, it's not that hard to believe. As you can see from this 25 striking US film industry statistics, as it says, the film industry is worth about $42.5 billion, which of course is a lot of money. But if we look at the gaming industry, it is at nearly $200 billion in 2022, which are just insane differences in numbers. I do think that the gaming industry, of course, will continue to grow, and I have talked about it before, but the anime industry also just posted its highest profit since 2002. Manga, video games, all of these different things are absolutely booming, while Hollywood is tanking, and honestly, again, it deserves to. The companies in the industry are not listening to consumers. They're not giving us good content. And overall, it's just not worth it to pay $15 to $20 for a 2-hour experience when that 2-hour experience isn't like the most captivating experience. It's not good content. It's not entertaining. I don't want to spend my money just to be preached at, and a lot of other people feel the same way. Again, it's why theater audiences have been steadily declining. I did also mention this in another video, but Hollywood lost more than $500 billion in market value in 2022. These are massive numbers, and I don't see a clear way that they can fix everything. They can get people back into theaters. They can get people swiping their credit cards for their entertainment. People are sick and tired of what they have been creating, and honestly, they deserve to lose as much money and market value as possible. But as it says, major studios, streamers, cable providers, and other media giants lost a combined $542 billion in market value in 2022, with studios like Walt Disney, Netflix, and Comcast accounting for the bulk of the bloodshed, which honestly isn't that surprising. Look at companies like Disney. They have put out many highly criticized products. Netflix has, of course, as well, and I've talked about Comcast a lot because G4 was under Comcast, and Comcast decided you are not profitable. We have sunk millions of dollars into you. We are cutting it, not after a year of launching or relaunching, I should say, since they revived G4 just to kill it off in under a year. But yeah, as you can see, things are not going well for Hollywood. Theater audiences shrunk by half in the last 4 years, and honestly, I think it's going to continue unless they do something major. They do major shakeups, major content changes, but I just don't see that happening anytime soon. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed it and found it important and informative, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.